Okay, so Dr. Buford, we're just getting started on the left shoulder. We've got a shaver in here just to help smooth some areas out so we can see a little bit better. We're going to be working on your biceps tendon to tenodecet because of the tears that you have. Rotate up. So here we can see some tearing not only in the biceps but above. We'll start to see some tearing in the cuff, which is what we expected. Look back down here, about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Go back a little bit. Okay, so I think the next thing we'll do is go ahead and get the biceps sorted out. Here's our first pass through the tendon. And we'll go ahead and load that with a suture. That gives us our first pass. Now we're going to do the same thing one more time. There's a pretty good shot right there. Grab that relay from behind, just like that. Okay, and next we'll go ahead and put in a pair of scissors and cut the biceps at its anchor. I think we're done with that. Rotate me down about 9 o'clock. As we look down here inside the shoulder, this is the posterior aspect of the shoulder. Okay, and then we'll look down the front. So we'll go off on the video for just a little bit here. Okay, so we've already taken off a little bit of bone, and this is the tear in the rotator cuff. It's more of a bursal-sided tear. We'll show you here as we remove a little bit of the synovial tissue. So here's the bursal-sided tear here. So let me stop the the shaver. So all this stuff is not good tended. You can see how it's torn. And we're just going to open that up so we can fix it properly. See how that just lifts right up there? So just for orientation, anteriors to the left, you can see the biceps tendon just under there. This is a small anterior tear in the supraspinatus tendon. Okay, and now we're going to put the shaver in the front in just a minute here. Okay, pause. Okay, so we've opened up the rotator cuff where it was torn. We can see it's getting attached. It's reattaching back there, so I'm not going to go any farther back posterior. We'll get this ready to go and show you some more in just a minute. Pause, please. I need the book. Okay, so here's our spinal needle so we can check our angle of insertion. We're going to go ahead and place the anchor down right about here. After making a little nick in the skin, we'll place our guide down. There's our guide. Again, we're just checking our angle. Okay, so here's our guide. We're going to go ahead and place our suture anchor down right there. And after pounding that down into the bone, we're going to go ahead and unload the inserter. And that gives us 3 sutures to work with. We'll seat the anchor by pulling tight. And that feels solid. And now we'll go ahead and start working with these sutures. So we're going to start on the left side of the screen. And we're going to take this blue and white suture. That's the first one we're going to work with right here. And then on the right side of the screen, look down at the anchor, please. Let me try and get that. On the right side of the screen, you're going to see our suture hook. Just want to clean that up a little bit. So on the right side of the screen, you'll see our suture hook come in. There it is right there. It's loaded with that same black wire we used to work on the biceps tendon. There it is. We always work on the rotator cuff side of the tendon, so we're going to start right about here. And bring this through right there. Pause, please. Here's our second pass with the hook. Okay, pause please. Okay, and if this goes according to plan, this will be our final pass. Make sure we're not going through the biceps here. Sometimes we use the biceps as part of the repair. There we go. So we'll go ahead and feed that through. Hold the cannula on the arms. And now we'll pull that back. So now the next step is we have to gather all the sutures in the front before we start tying them. This one here. so we're going to go ahead and tie these knots here. We'll show you some more in just a minute. Okay, so yeah, we finished the repair. We also made a little hole in the bone there to help get some biological healing going. So here's our 3 suture repair. There's 1, 2, 3. That looks very good there. And our biceps suture is the white suture in the front. So we're going to finish up and get you back to the recovery room. Good luck to you now. Bye-bye.